Let's get to polishing this G3. We'll start with the headlight hood first. Let's take a look at what the condition is of these two bearings. Obviously, front bearing, and then here's the armature bearing right here, the rear bearing. So I'm going to replace these anyway, so it doesn't matter if I destroy them or not. So let's see what I can do here. Get a decent focus on that. There we go. Now I'm assuming that these bearings have not been replaced or re-greased in 25 years, since 1993. I have no way to verify that, but it's probably a pretty good assumption. There we go. So what we have in this 6200 bearing is we definitely have some grease left. I mean, it wasn't running that bad, but as you can see, it needs more, and the grease has, well, degenerated, shall we say. It's not terrible, it's not awful, but there you go. There's the inside, and then here's the caps, and I mean, you can see that that's not really what they're supposed to look like. That's anything but optimum, to be sure. Okay, so there's one done. So let's move that off of there. Now let's concentrate on this guy here. And for this guy, I need a bearing puller. So let's see if I can figure out how to do this without wobbling the camera so much. There we go. Feel better. There's a little spot right in there I can grab. Okay, now this is the fun part. Getting that bearing to come off. Aha. It's moving. It's moving. Almost there. And that's it. Yay! So here is this. Let this thing go here. Come on. Here is this 608ZZ. Now the thing is, in order to get into that, you do have to kind of completely destroy it. So let's see if I can manage to crack the cover on this dude. Nope, didn't make it. This might take a few tries. Still not coming off. There. Come on up. There we go. Hey, got it off. And so that is pretty dry, I would say. That is definitely on the dry side. Funny thing is, the G3 ran kind of okay. I don't think it ran perfectly. And then here's what this is right here. Kind of an interesting grease, I suppose. Now let's get to the other side. Oh, come back here. Kind of just poke a hole in it, or I would like to poke a hole in it. There we go. Lift up one edge. There we go. Got it. Yeah, that is fairly devoid of grease, wouldn't you say? I mean, there's definitely some in there, but it is on its last legs. So it seems like for these Kirbys, once you get to like 20, 25 years, and certainly 30 years, you've just got to either put new bearings in or regrease what you have. This one really isn't very regreasable because of the way these caps are. I mean, I think somebody else can probably do a better job of popping those off than I did, but you get the idea. Yeah, see that? So let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and put a new bearing in. I'm not going to bother to re-grease that because I've got so many of these things, and this one, obviously, I have to put a new one in as well. And all thanks to a $7 bearing puller. Time to start putting the G3 back together again. So let's start with the motor. All right, let's give it a test run, see if it still works. Power would be nice. And kind of fake a bag setup. Let's see if it still runs. simulate foot switch. Alright, now let's clean up that commutator a bit. There we go. And did you hear the speed increase when I did that? So, pretty nice. Well, finally, the 1993 Kirby G3 is completely done. Well, almost completely done. I guess I have to put the few remaining pieces back together. And great thanks goes to Thomas Rechtenwald for this particular donation. Loop the cord right around here. Put that in. And let's plug it in and see what it sounds like. Okay, so what you can do with this machine as far as the sound goes, the front and rear bearing have been completely replaced. Totally new bearings. I didn't even rebuild them. So take a listen, or rather time, the wind down on this machine. Brush roll spinning. Let's see how long it actually takes to wind down. Okay, probably something like 3 seconds, but you can do a better job timing that than I just did mentally right now. So that's how fast a new Kirby G series should actually wind down with the brush roll spinning. That's pretty quick. Now, for some reason, you wanted to time it with the brush roll not spinning. Here's this. All right, a little bit longer. And you can also hear the quality of the sound as well. So if for some reason you decided to go and buy a G series, whether it's an older one or a newer one, you have a sound reference for this one. So let me reorient the camera and we'll take this for a little test drive. Okay, thanks for watching this reassembly and polishing video, and stay tuned for, yep, you guessed it, a whole house carpet cleaning video coming real soon. Thanks for watching and happy vacuuming.